Chen Jia and the others sat idly waiting for nearly an hour. The sky was gradually growing dark, yet Jian Ji still hadn't shown up. The light inside the room was slowly eaten away by the deepening twilight outside, and Chen Jia's expression grew uglier by the minute. Yongyang had apologized thousands of times already, while Peng Kexi kept dialing Jian Ji's number again and again. Even Qin Jinzhou, who had always been the one soothing Chen Jia with no rash, was now starting to feel restless and irritable from reading. Qin Jinzhou stood up, walked over to the window, opened it for some air, and looked downstairs. He had risen to fame early, and for so many years it was always others waiting on him. Very rarely did he find himself waiting on someone else. Seeing that his patience was running out, Chen Jia also stood up, her irritations becoming more and more obvious. What on earth is going on? Are we filming today or not? If not, we hurry and get in touch with another band. Let's go out and look for him. Sensing she was on the verge of exploding, Peng Kexi said quickly, "Really sorry, Sister Jia." Right. He must be nearby. Dongyang stuffed his phone inside his pocket. Sister Jia, 10 minutes. I guarantee I'll drag Jian Ji back to you, and you can deal with him however you like. One was polite, the other slick-tongued. Chen Jia had nowhere to vent her anger, so he whipped them off. Go quickly. The two of them were just about to head downstairs. When Qin Jinzhou, still standing by the window, spoke. No need. He's here. As if to confirm his words, the roar of a motorcycle rose from the distance and drew closer downstairs. Zhong Yan and Peng Kexi hurried down to meet him. Chaotic footsteps echoed in the stairwell, mixed with Zhong Yan's deliberately lowered voice. Where have you been all this time? The protection team's been waiting forever. The three cameramen stood up, each moving into position to set up their equipment and test the gear. The footsteps drew closer. Qin Jinzhou turned away from the window and saw the Jian Ji appear at the doorway on the second floor, with Zhong Yan rushing anxiously behind him and Peng Kexi following with worry written all over her face. Qin Jinzhou nearly noticed that, compared to the cocky, half-careless Jian Ji, who had haggled before the last shoot, the Jian Ji standing here now seemed wrapped in the heavy and vented hostility. He steadied him calmly, catching sight of what looked like blood stains on Jian Ji's fingers. Chen Jia gave Jian Ji a cold look as he approached, her tone dripping with mockery. An hour late? What a superstar you are, Jian Ji. Jian Ji didn't answer. He didn't so much as lift his eyelids, one passing the others, just went straight to the bedroom and shut the door. Chen Jia's face grew even darker. From inside came the sound of rushing water. 2 minutes later, Jian Ji walked back out, drops still clinging to his face, his dark hair at his temples dripping wet. He looked at them with an almost unnervingly calm expression, as if nothing had happened. Where are we shooting? How are we shooting? You kept everyone waiting here this long, and you don't even feel like giving an explanation? Chen Jia spoke through clenched restraint, her anger barely contained. If we are flaming, let's hurry up and get started. Jian Ji's voice was cold, with even a hint of impatience. No apology either? Chen Jia stared at him for a few seconds. Seeing his utterly indifferent expression, the anger she had been holding back finally erupted. "Do you think the protection team is desperately to give your band free publicity? Genji, do you even want to flint this or not?" "I don't care," Genji said, and he really looked like he didn't. "Then forget it. We're done here." Chenjia took a deep breath, then turned to the others. "Mr. Chang, cameraman, what do you think? Should we just move on to the next band?" At her words, the three cameramen exchanged glances but stayed silent, waiting for Chenjia and Jin Jin-jo to decide. Sensing tension, everyone else hardly dared to breathe. Jin Jin-jo glanced at Genji. The boy had helped him before, and now he was the only one who could see something in his defense. But if he spoke up too quickly and pushed Chenjia to continue shooting, it might make her lose face. "Genji." After a moment's thought, Jin Jin-jo finally spoke. "Apologize." Genji cast him a glance, his eyes full of indifference. Jin Jin-jo could clearly read the meaning there. "Who are you to tell me to apologize?" "Apologize," Jin Jin-jo repeated, this time with a firmer tone that left no room for argument. "To everyone who has been waiting for you all this time." Genji stared at him without saying a word, making no effort to hide his foul attitude. The standoff dragged on. Chenjia started to get a headache, and unsure which side to pursue. If she urged Genji to apologize, judging by his stubborn, unyielding manner, he would absolutely refuse to open his mouth. But if she tried to dissuade Jin Jin-jo, wouldn't that mean making him lose face? Then Chenjia suddenly felt something odd. With Jin Jin-jo's perspective nature, could he really not realize that pressing the matter like this would put himself in an upward position? That seemed unlike him. As the thought struck her, she suddenly understood Jin Jin-jo's insistence on making Genji apologize looked, on the surface, like he was giving Genji a way out. But in truth, the way out was for her. Jin Jin-jo clearly didn't want this shot to end here. Chenjia let out a sigh. She couldn't disregard Jin Jin-jo's considerations. Waving her hand to smooth things over, she said, "Forget it. He's here now, and we've waited long enough. Let's stick to the original plan and start shooting." Then she turned to the musicians beside her. "Hurry up and get ready. Adjust your step." Hearing this, Yong-yeon looked as if he had been granted a pardon, repeating, "Thank you, Sister Jia," over and over as he quickly pulled Genji toward the rehearsal area. Pankaj, meanwhile, walked over to Jin Jin-jo and said apologetically, "Sorry about that, brother Chinja." "Sorry about that, brother Chinja." Jin Jin-jo withdrew his gaze from Chenji, shook his head, and replied, "It's fine. As long as we can film normally, that's what matters." That's what matters.